But yeah, now basically, I wanted to start off with community outreach, right? Um, First thing I wrote down was which community you come from. You know what I'm saying? Um, are you Buxton? But we can just start with the preface. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, we all come from the black community right here. You know what I'm saying? For better or for worse, you know what I'm saying? We would all y'all fuck niggas. We would all the TIs, all the Cardi B's. I don't even like that Cardi B is in the black community because I mean no shade to like Mexican niggas and shit, but like Cardi B, like y'all get y'all bitch for real. You know what I'm saying? She's up in our community, fucking up our daughters and shit, fucking up our women. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She's not really fucking up Spain. I mean, I guess she is. I won't even lie. But she's just fucking up women in general. But like, yeah, no. For me, I guess I'll kick it off. I have more of like and I guess like an African predisposition in like the community where I was raised in a lot of ways. Um, just in like central around there, there's like a pretty big African community. Um, in Massachusetts in general, there's not like I mean yeah, there's a pretty big West African community, but from where I'm from, like it's not a lot of people from come to America, you know, because it's French. So a lot of people go to France, you know. Um, but in terms of like more of just kind of America as like the focal point of community, I felt like with at least the black community, I felt like damn. I felt like growing up. I mean, the tag on question to what community I'm in is, are you boxed in? And I felt like, yeah, I definitely felt boxed in, you know, because at a certain point I couldn't fucking like really dress or like do the shit I wanted to do because I felt like it wasn't cool for real. You know what I'm saying? But not what were you guys go on shit too though.
Boxing in the community. I wouldn't say I was boxing. Maybe I was. Yeah, I think I was. Cause honestly, I was broke. I'll be honest with you. I was broke and poor. So growing up in the black community, it was like your parents. My parents had to work. My mother had to work hard. You know, just to pay the bills. It wasn't like it wasn't anything different for me. It was just like living in a suburb and being middle class. I'm not even sure, to be honest, because for me it was a struggle for, where I grew up in the community. Yeah, it wasn't a project, honestly, and it was diverse in a way. But we had Hispanics, blacks, and the Asians, and, whites. So it was very diverse where I grew up, but it was like, you know, poor or you had to work hard to get what you want, you know. Um, so yeah, we were kind of boxing because we couldn't go out, we couldn't do anything fancy, honestly, So we had to be in the community. We couldn't go anywhere that was too far, or, you know, or anywhere that was like beyond our pay grade, or the way we looked, how we dressed. I think it was pretty much the same thing for me as well, because it was like people will look at you differently if you had a ripped jeans or ripped shirt, thinking that
Yeah,
you're poor, you're broke. I would say I was boxing because it's just because we couldn't go anywhere. Honestly, we had to do like I wouldn't say we were poor. It was just like working hard just to put food on the table.
yeah, you couldn't live above your means. You know
Yeah,
what
so
I'm
I
saying?
could yeah exactly. So I couldn't live above. So I would say I was boxing honestly because it was just a difficult time for me and my family. Honestly, I couldn't get what I wanted when it was my birthday. Christmas comes. Thanksgiving was pretty much was just like, all right, we save, at least maybe $80, $100 just to buy a small turkey. I mean, now I'm having a huge turkey now, obviously, but back then it was just tough. About a small turkey, and I was trying to feed like 12 to 15 family in the house. So it was tough, but yeah, I would say I was boxing.
What about you, one?
I think from in an early Early childhood, yes, I was boxed in. But then once I was like the person in my family that was sent away, like to off to greater opportunities, as they say, or like whatever someone might consider that. But I was sent to like boarding school pretty much in sixth grade. I never really I didn't stay in the same environment as all my friends did. I was pushed into a completely new environment where it was amongst a lot of affluent people. There's a lot of affluent people always around me. So I I got a taste of their lifestyle. They'd be my friends, so they invite me over to their houses. I got to see how they live. I never felt like that. I actually like lived that lifestyle. Like I said, I always got a taste. It wasn't like I actually assimilated to that lifestyle. I always knew where I was coming from, and I was coming from not like similar to Marty's story, not having a lot, not having the necessary means to be like comfortable in your living. Every day is not necessarily comfortable because every day it's a battle of to find resources. We don't have like abundant resources available like these, like how I would see a lot of these kids from school and stuff. They live, and what I noticed was that there was a clear difference in what I saw versus what they saw, because like because they don't see the lack as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? Like they think, oh, if anything's wrong, there's always somewhere to solve it, somewhere to go. I'm like, sometimes I like literally I don't know how I'm gonna get home. I don't have enough money to get the bus. No one's gonna come pick me up. My mom was working type stuff. So that I think that when I felt boxed in, it's crazy. I could feel boxed in an environment where there was like abundant of opportunity. Because I came where I came from, didn't never aligned with the environment that I was in.
I like that a lot because it ties really good into, I guess, like the juxtaposition, like side comment I have. Because I think that when I say boxed in, definitely in a physiological sense, like in your environment, but it's like, personally, I mean, let me know if you guys feel the same way. But like, I think that what's even more to your detriment is, or at least to mine, was that I was boxed in psychologically. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're in a community with affluent ass people. You know what I'm saying? But like, even though the resources might be there, it's like, what do you think? What's your thoughts on the resources? Like you can have all the healthy foods right next to you in the world. You know what I'm saying? To get all healthy and shit. But if you still are in like a mindset of like, we don't have enough food and shit, you're gonna gorge yourself on all the food. You know what I'm saying? And the food's not gonna become so healthy because you know what I'm saying, you're over consuming, and like, because your mindset is in the state of like, I need to feed myself so much now because I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to eat later. You can end up sabotaging or basically not even seeing the true potential or seeing what it is for it really is. Like for me, I felt like, then this is what I wanted to ask you guys too. Like, do you feel like how you grew up kind of boxed you in mentally?